Welcome back to A Global Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fabulous Central Vietnamese dish, spicy lemongrass mushroom mince. I first tasted it on a visit to the tourist town of Hoi An in central Vietnam. There, I had it in its traditional form with clams. But on a subsequent trip to the imperial city of Hue, I had two vegan versions. There they substituted mushrooms and nori for the clams. And it's the nori that's the secret ingredient to this dish. It not only adds a umami richness, but it also brings a nice marine flavor to the dish. The recipe is really simple and it only takes 15 minutes from start to finish. So let's get cooking. So we have a stalk of lemongrass, Thai bird chili, 2 shallots, some portobello mushrooms, 2 sheets of nori, some sugar and salt, a mushroom vegetarian stir-fry sauce, some lime segments, some toasted crushed peanuts, some cilantro, some freshly ground black pepper, and to eat with it, some toasted rice crackers. Here's a helpful tip on how to finely chop lemongrass. Cut off the tough root end and trim off the top. Peel away 2 or 3 outer layers from the lemongrass. Cut the lemongrass in half and then in half lengthwise. Cut the lemongrass 4 to 5 times into thin strips. Tightly hold those strips together and cut very finely. To finely cut the shallots or small onions, cut them in half. Place the flat side down on the cutting board and make thin cuts, but not cutting all the way through the root end. Turn the shallot and cut it crosswise. Finely chop the Thai bird chili. Scrape the seeds out if you want less heat. Don't forget to wash your hands and cutting board to get rid of the chili's fiery essential oils. I like to use portobello mushrooms for this recipe, as it's quicker and easier to cut them into dice, but it does make the dish a bit darker. Button, cremini, or oyster mushrooms are fabulous substitutes. To cut the nori into small bite-sized pieces, I like to cut them into thin strips with scissors. If you have any shredded nori, you can use that instead of nori sheets. Then grab a small bunch and cut them again. Do this over a bowl so the nori bits don't go flying everywhere on your kitchen counter. Heat the oil in a medium skillet over medium heat. Add the shallots and lemongrass and stir fry until the lemongrass is fragrant and the shallots begin to soften. Add the chili, mushrooms, sugar and salt and cook, stirring occasionally for 5 minutes or until all of the liquid released from the mushrooms has evaporated. Stir in the vegetarian stir-fry sauce and nori bits. Stir fry for another minute and turn off the heat. Add a few generous grinds of black pepper over top and a squeeze of lime for a kick of acid. Stir in the cilantro and peanuts and transfer to a serving dish. Serve it warm or at room temperature. To eat it, you just break off a piece of rice cracker, spoon some of the lemongrass mushrooms on top, and dive in. This is great. You've got the heat from the chili, the floral flavor from the lemongrass, nutty peanuts, earthy mushrooms, and then you get that umami boost from the nori. This goes well with a chilled bottle of beer. I also like to serve it as an hors d'oeuvre, or I use it as a topping for a light rice bowl meal. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how your recipe turned out, or if there's any other recipes you'd like to learn on A Global Kitchen. Hit the like button, hit that bell, and subscribe to A Global Kitchen to learn more delicious recipes. Bye and happy cooking.